Hello everyone and welcome to the ScratchRunning Podcast, the official podcast of competitive browser gaming, where our motto is, all according to plan.
Oh.
As always, I'm your host Kieran, and with me on the mic are Appfellord, Shalebridge, Yes Quite, and Fuzzy.
Hey.
Fuzzy?
Weasel?
Hello?
Yeah, oh, hello.
Is it no longer Fuzzy Weasel?
I wish it wasn't.
Okay,
Oh.
that's why I said Fuzzy.
Wait, you wish it wasn't Fuzzy
It's a-
Weasel, or you wish it was...
I wish it was just fuzzy.
No.
It was too long ago that I made the fuzzy weasel part,
That
But
doesn't
you're a
exist
weasel.
anymore.
You're still a Weasel.
I guess.
It was good for
I mean, your
like
character.
establishing ground rules as to your character and such, but now it's been slimmed down.
It doesn't help that it's in all caps.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It's like being a
yes.
Splatoon fan and having the Inkling in your username. You know?
Is that... Oh, no, it's like the Hedgehog all over again. Is that a thing?
Yes, that's a thing.
No.
I dipped out of that fandom as soon as I could.
The Hedgehog? Or the
No, the fan.
Both.
Inkling?
Both.
the
Both.
fandom.
Yeah.
The
Outta here.
website? No, okay. I mean... What are we even... Hello.
Hello.
It is us again.
Hi.
If you want to know what we sound like, don't ask us again. Just go back to the last episode.
Just listen to more of
And-
the ScratchRunning Podcast. I can vouch for that.
Yes. The last episode pretty much has the exact same cast, except we swapped Pybro out for Fuzzy, and so
Hi.
what we sound like, and the other person is Fuzzy. Then it's easy. It's just that easy.
Fuzzy's
So,
been here before, right?
We are here today again to
Again.
kind of continue a little bit like of what we did last time.
Which was mostly nothing, but also answering fan questions.
which is pasta debate.
Wow.
No, I'm done with pasta debates
I'm
for the
not
most
talking-
part.
I'm not doing it again.
See, this is why we don't talk about
I
pasta
got too
anymore.
angry. I got too angry about the pasta.
I made enemies. I said things I regret.
I'm sorry for not stopping you sooner.
I said things I regret.
Yeah.
No, I don't regret anything I said. I stand by all of it. I just don't
So
want
the
to. I don't want to
ScratchRunning
get into
Podcast
that
Q&A
state
box
again.
is a Q&A box on Scratch. Well, you send your questions to me. I'm ScratchRunning. I send those questions to ScratchRunning, and we all answer them
Yourself?
on
thought you were-
ScratchRunning, the podcast.
Ah,
The people.
of course.
My
The people,
friends.
the peeps.
The
yeah, so
boys.
we're just kind of like, I mean, for one reason, I'm recording live from the from our SRCast studio in Croatia.
It's
That's
true.
a very big part of it. So
We're expanding
What's up?
across the globe. Watch for
Yes.
another studio in your backyard coming soon.
we don't have to ask for permission. That's fine. You're good. And also, that might be the reason you're
Yeah.
hearing more, echo in my voice, because this place is not made to be a studio just yet.
It's not
Just yet, I'm-
optimized.
Just yet.
I'm not recording my closet. I wish I were.
My closet's too short.
I don't have
just
a
has clothes
big
in.
enough closet. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I could.
Legit, I have a wardrobe in my bedroom, but it has a
I'm
shelf.
fine. All right.
It has a shelf in the middle for the express.
So that's also why this episode was delayed a little, because vacation is a thing, and I was not planning enough. So here we are,
Here we are.
recording some I at
Nick,
least
have
brought my
we
equipment.
ever
Here we are.
planned?
It wouldn't be me. I don't know. So I'm glad to have all these people back, though.
Love y'all.
I feel like the last one, we never got a more heated argument, and I don't look forward
never
to heated
will
arguments
again.
all the time, but they sure are nice when they happen.
No promises.
Shalebridge never wants to get angry enough for me to make an edited bit out of it.
Remind me to stop you.
No, we did the pasta debate little bit. I edited it. It was a ton of fun. And so, to kind of expand upon the whole idea of I guess edited bits of SRCast,
Yeah.
moments, I thought, why not ask the more talented people
Ooh.
to make an SRCast animated? We had an SRCast animated made by
The Reaper, 7 numbers.
777.
That's right.
I think
Yeah.
it was 777.
Wait,
Yes,
Do you actually not know? Because I'm doing a dumb bit.
the Reaper 777.
Yeah.
And Shale, get close to the camera. What are you like?
No,
filming your
don't worry
laundry
about
while
it.
you're-
Don't worry about it.
I'm using a headset mic, so I always sound close to the mic.
He's off
worry
making
about it.
pasta.
God bless America.
He's getting angry.
Don't worry about what I'm doing.
And so I asked Fuzzy, hey, is there a chance you could make an SRCast animated episode? Like almost half jokingly first. But then
He did.
your boy,
Mad
With
lad.
a little incentive of money,
Well-
no.
How much did you
Wait,
pay
you guys
him?
are getting paid?
you refused. I'm
Yes.
gonna be honest.
Well, yeah, I was looking forward to make the animation.
We're
So
friends.
I have a edited clip of the pasta debate, and I guess I just went forward and animated it.
Cool.
Teehee.
I am about 2/3 of the way through, I would say. And
Nice.
I mean, I don't know what there's to say. I don't want to say too much about it before I post it, but
Not sure.
it's going well.
Thanks so much.
mean-
I really appreciate that kind of thing.
Yeah, like I loved the SRCast animated that was already posted to Scratch. I didn't think like people would already find like funny bits of ours that they would turn it to an SRCast.
Yeah, we're not
animated
funny.
thing. It's not like we're the funniest people on the planet or anything.
Despite explicit claims to the contrary.
Exactly. So
Some people think we're funny. Isn't that messed up?
that's crazy, dude. I couldn't
Couldn't be me.
could.
I'm kidding.
So no, it just made me really happy to see that, and I'm happy to see more of them. I was even thinking about making like a little or hosting a
Hosting a
contest of
contest.
sorts
Ooh,
where
that'd
people
be fun.
would send in their SRCast animated bits. They wouldn't
Yeah.
even have to be long. We're probably gonna once we know more, like once we know what we
Once we
actually
know more
want to do
about
with this.
This kind of contest.
We're
I
gonna
don't
post
know.
it.
We've never done a contest before.
Yeah, but people could get a shout out on the podcast, and people could get lots of views, and in return, we could also kind of get some views. Wouldn't
views.
be a bad idea.
My
all around.
favorite.
I do certainly love like animated.
It's like Game Grumps animated, but not.
Exactly. Like every time I I've been subscribed to Rooster Teeth for so long just because of the Rooster Teeth anime. I don't even know those people. First of all, not in real life, but like I don't even watch.
You don't like keep
the-
up with
the-
their stuff.
Exactly. I just watch the animated stuff, and it's amazing, and it's just fun to watch that.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of animations and stuff, Fuzzy, you literally just like before we made this,
Right before
we
recording.
started recording these, you posted another animation of yours, and
Cool.
Well, it's a Corona animation, taking advantage
No.
of the crisis.
Funny
for
virus.
you.
Yeah, I came up with this idea for a while ago, and I decided I would animate it to Scratch once I came back, and I made it in a week, surprisingly, not too much time.
wow.
Whoa.
Usually takes me a lot longer, but I spent a long time on it.
In true Scratcher fashion.
And it even got like Hobson. I heard Hobson TV.
Yeah, I was surprised
Noticed
about that.
So that's super cool.
Big
I mean,
famous man guest
big
star.
famous man on.
Big famous man on the ScratchRunning Podcast.
I mean, he's not on the ScratchRunning podcast yet.
Not yet.
It's not yet.
Not yet.
Hobson.
Send out your requests for guests.
Dude, that rhymes. It has to be true.
Send your requests
Every time.
for some guests. Just don't ask us if you want to join.
Let's actually get to like semi topics. How about
Yeah,
that?
We're gonna
let's
talk
talk about
about
it.
some things.
Hey,
Last
Nick,
time-
remember that cloud multiplayer game I had you play? Yeah?
Hold on, I always forget the name.
Yeah.
It's
We're
like
gonna talk
checkers, but
about.
not.
We're gonna talk about Othello.
Yes, we're going to talk about Othello on
that
Scratch.
was the name. Thank you.
Thanks, Shalebridge.
Yes, Othello
Yeah.
is a good game.
If you've
I don't
never
get it, but
played,
it's fun.
if you've never played Othello before, I don't know how to explain. You put some tiles on the board, and if if the opponent's tiles are in between your two tiles, you take all those tiles.
So there's like black and white tiles. You're
Yeah.
one of those colors, and you take turns placing them, and you can only place them near the others. I don't honestly don't know.
I don't
how
know
that
the
works,
rule.
but
It's a fun game.
it's a great game for Scratch, especially for Scratch
Hmm.
Online. Let's say that because it's first of all turn-based.
Turn-based, so there's no lag.
No lag. At least most of the time there isn't, and it's just simple enough that you can just even like me. I didn't understand a single thing. Like I had no strategy going in there, but it was just fun placing
Yeah.
things and seeing.
Scratchers love clicking buttons and seeing something on the screen.
That is literally the description of every video game.
At that level of explanation, I feel like that's true of many people, actually.
Yeah.
Yep. So I don't know. It was a lot of fun. It was also like coded pretty well. It looked nice. And I'm saying this like it's something you should check out. But let's be honest, you probably already did.
Yeah. It was
pretty
featured.
popular.
It has an applaud opponent button. You click a button and it says your opponent applauded you.
Is this
That's
the
best
same
part about it.
That's the best
Is this the
part
same
about
guy
it.
who made the online chess?
He made online chess.
Wait,
There's
chess?
There's
online-
online chess on Scratch. All right, guys, it was a good podcast. I'm gonna
Alright.
go ahead and
So
play some
see,
online chess.
That's 2 games that are in the compilation on the Switch that I want to talk
Oh
about.
yeah, please go ahead. That's something I saw on YouTube a lot.
Cool. Recently, well, for the last few months now,
Really?
I've been playing Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics on the Nintendo Switch.
It's such a cool idea.
It's
I mean,
very-
it probably existed already somewhere.
Yeah.
In some
42
shape, way, shape,
all-time
or form.
classics on the DS.
Yeah.
The
But
sequel
like,
to that. But yeah,
I love that you could like queue up online and pick like
Yes.
3 games and then see.
That's good.
Play one game
They got
against the
chess,
people online.
they got
and then,
checkers. They got Last Card.
What is last card?
Have you ever played Uno?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I believe I did.
Sad.
I do play Uno a lot.
If you like Uno, you're going to love Last Card on Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics for the Nintendo Switch.
What's your favorite game on there?
I'm going to be real. Toy boxing.
What is toy boxing? Is it like the punch,
Yeah.
the 2 like things where you like, what are they called? There was like a really old toy. It was
Like
like
Rock-
Oh my
like
god, are you
Robot
talking
Vibe.
about Rock'em Sock'em Robots?
Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Now that's
Yes,
a name I
exactly.
do recognize.
Yeah,
That
you
is
press
so
one
good.
button to put your guard up and another button to attack. It's like PvP in Minecraft if PvP in Minecraft was good. Oh wait, it is. Just craft a
No,
shield.
it
I'm
is,
kidding.
man.
I'm kidding.
It's like,
Just
I mean, can
update
you
to
actually-
1.16.
Can't believe
Can you
asked me
honestly say-
about what the difference between Minecraft and Dark Souls is, and then you're just like, actually, Minecraft is just Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Well, actually,
Rock'em Sock'em Robots is the Dark Souls of.
You like straight up
Toys.
said that Rock'em Sock'em Robots was better than Minecraft, and yet still asked me what the difference between that and Dark Souls is. I'm
to be
gonna-
fair,
It was a question or a conversation I had with Shale yesterday, which
Oh,
went
yeah, we were on my stream.
Something along the way of like, why is Minecraft PvP so bad, or why is Minecraft such a bad single player game most of the time, compared to something like Dark Souls? I did not
That's-
say what is the difference between
That's-
Dark Souls and
Yeah,
Minecraft.
that's not how I remember it. I remember it phrased in a way that made me angry.
basically,
We
Minecraft
were
survival
yesterday
gets
was
boring.
a different story. I don't know. Did I mention pasta?
Anyway,
Moving on.
I do think
moving
it's,
on.
I think it's Q&A time.
Tell
I think
me
it's
about
Q&A
the
time.
questions on
Oh.
the list of questions.
Yes. So everybody play Rock'em Sock'em Robots
Yeah.
on the Nintendo Switch.
Everyone play air
That's not a
hockey
thing.
on your Nintendo Switch.
Oh, air hockey's
On
great.
I think
Clubhouse
that's
Games
just arms,
51
but
Worldwide
go on, I
Classics.
guess.
Let's actually get some Q&A in here. We've been waiting
Did
for too
you
long.
know that the
Fuzzy
ScratchRunning
hasn't uttered a
Podcast
word
Q&A
ever
box?
since I asked him about his animation. Let's get some Q&A in here, I feel.
Let's go!
I've
Our
stopped
first
worrying
question
about it.
comes from a Scratch user named Hannah N Games, who says, "Is it bad for kids to be exposed to social media / Scratch at such a young age? I mean, people can get easily addicted to other social media platforms. Would you say the same for Scratch?"
Wait, I thought we did this one already.
We did not. We
actually
touched
didn't.
upon it, and then I said, oh, no. Quite said, we cannot.
Fair enough.
But we can.
Quite
It's-
said no.
I don't think I said no per se. It's just it's a huge question
That's true. That's
and
true.
not one that I feel like it varies so much based on who you are and where you are, like in life.
Yeah.
That,
I feel like
eh,
you should learn how to read before you learn how to code. Maybe stay off Scratch until you're
20.
able to use a computer, just in general.
Yeah, or
That's
like,
why I
you
say
know,
mobile users don't count. 'Cause any parent can give their child an iPad and a Scratch account. Not every
is true.
parent can give their child a personal computer and a Scratch account.
the question is, do the people who use Scratch feel like it is an addicting social media platform. And honestly, the more I think about it,
I
the
mean-
more I like notice how people who said they were gonna leave Scratch
They always
don't
come back.
leave
You can
Scratch.
check out anytime
Thanks
you
for
like.
calling me out.
No,
Hey,
that
you
is a different thing.
That's
Speak
different.
for yourself. I haven't. I haven't done
Fuzzy,
anything.
you were you were removed from Scratch by force.
Right after I made a buy project.
Yeah.
But
All right. Yeah. Okay. That's
Yeah.
true. Yes. What a good time to be banned. I mean, the best time to be banned is never. But
well,
The
yeah.
second best time is now.
I think
Wait,
being
wrong
banned
guy.
actually made me want to come back to Scratch because for some reason I checked Scratch more often once I was banned than once I actually left. I don't know why,
wow.
That's weird.
but like seeing what I was missing out on, I guess. I don't know.
You don't like take it for granted anymore.
I would say actually, yeah, that makes sense. The Scratch team not banning me made it very easy to just leave and never come back. It's like I don't care.
Do you think you would have felt differently if they banned you?
I mean, after
You'll never know. right?
after my history with Scratch, I think that would have been finally some closure. But
We win.
you know, this works too, I guess.
I'm good. I'm straight up just like I'm talking about, Astro or even Wazo is like now coming. Okay, they're not exactly coming back, but they just like you don't like turn your back to Scratch and like literally people never hear from you again. It's always like there's something about
You just
Scratch
kind of
that keeps
stop
you
making
there.
projects when you say you leave.
Once you have a following.
I
feel like
definitely
it's
know.
more-
Yeah, I definitely know some people like from like real old Scratch that have never returned. But
I feel like it has more to do with
Yeah.
the folks. I feel like it has more to do with the folks you're leaving and whether or not they're gonna like bug you to come back, or even
see.
just convince you to come back.
Now, the question here is more like, what is Scratch doing that could be addicting to children and like negative in a certain way? Or, I mean, because we're just straight up saying, sure, it's like if you have a following or if
I used to only come on this site to play Scratch games, and now I also have to check my messages on my alt.
yeah.
And then I don't even
Like
have time to
ScratchRunning-
play Arena.
I was already like pretty committed to my Scratch account, and once I like started working on
Say it.
I just noticed.
what's the time?
Say it.
It's like hold on,
Sound
no, hold
off,
on. It's
everyone.
half
We
an
made
hour.
it.
Say it.
Say
Super
the
Fighter
phrase.
Tournament.
Once I started working on Monster World,
Woo! Yeah, we did it, everyone.
I I was ready to leave Scratch afterwards, but now the ScratchRunning podcast makes me think maybe this is just a thing I do now. Because obviously,
Yeah.
like we're trying to like jump over to YouTube, but is it a Scratch podcast if it's not on Scratch? What's the point?
Like, we're
Right?
never going to run out of content if Scratchers just don't stop making good Scratch games, which they might.
Is it
Hey,
just
now.
gonna be like a drought of like
Yeah.
Scratch? I mean, I could honestly imagine Scratch doing something or Scratch Team doing something so
Like, what if
You know,
Scratch 4...
silly
What if
that-
Scratch 4 just removes Scratch?
Scratch
We got
4.
we got rid of blocks. Everybody, it's all voice activated now. Yeah.
Scratch loves adding weird...
I think we're
gimmicks.
pretty far removed from the original space of the question.
You're right, quite. To get back to the actual topic, I feel like Scratch is still like they do a lot of things that, would make people be less addicted to Scratch than they would
Yeah.
probably be like to other social media platforms.
I mean, of all the social media platforms to be addicted to, Scratch isn't too bad.
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, it's creative. You get to make content. It's not like posting pictures of yourself everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
Like,
could-
it's basically
about-
the opposite of that. It's, you
You
post
get
a
banned.
single picture of yourself, and they're like, nope, that's done. Bye.
You're not
What is it?
supposed to do that.
Is it actually like I've been on Scratch for 10 years and I don't know
Yeah.
the answer to this. Is it not or is it illegal to post like a picture of yourself? to
Well,
Scratch?
I did a fake face reveal. I just took a picture of someone else online, and they took my project down and banned me for about
Damn.
5 days.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say, I
yeah, you can't.
Illegal
I think
illegal
it's
is a
not
strong
allowed.
word for it, but you're gonna get banned.
Scratch illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Scratch Police gonna come for you? if you-
Frowned
you know?
upon.
Yes. Okay.
The
sure.
good thing about Scratch is it doesn't reward you for getting follow accounts. You don't get a silver play button. You don't get a red username when you play Minecraft.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
but you can see the
Not
number
yet.
though.
I-
Actually, there was a different comment. I have a note. I have a note that I saved from last month. I guess. Man, was this a month?
Oh yeah, last month.
Here it is. Ender Play Smash said, would you prefer if Scratch expanded on its social aspect, in parentheses, more emphasis on following Scratchers and being able to see everyone's newest content daily, like Instagram, end parentheses, or got rid of
We already have the
following
activity
/
feed.
follower number count completely, parentheses, because of the whole follow for follow situation, in parentheses, question mark.
A lot of parentheses.
Question mark.
Yeah, I wanted to bring up the old way that Scratch did this, which was instead of having like a follower list, they had a friend list. And literally all
I
it
remember.
was you would go on someone else's profile, you would click the add to friends button, and then their name would show up on your profile. So it didn't really do anything beyond like there was no count of how many people had added, or like even list of how many people had added you to
Did-
their friends list. It was just on your profile, here's this big list of people, like in the order that you added them in.
Oh,
Did you still get notified when they posted stuff?
That's my question.
I don't
remember
think
that.
so. I don't think they had like a feed or anything like that. So
You just had your laundry list of people to check up on.
it just had,
Exactly.
you know, this. Well, like yeah, you'd go on your profile, like, oh hey, here's this giant list of people that I, you know, am friends with or like. You just click on all little people.
So something obviously made Scratch think, hey, maybe we should not just do that, but also turn it into an actual follow
Well, I think
button.
I think that was more of like like sort of following in social media footsteps and whatever. Of just like, hey, people have following lists, so if we just have a way to like, how like the feed thing, I think is what they were more looking for.
Yeah.
Rather
Do
than
you think
like
Scratch regrets it?
that
That they turned it into
Well,
follows?
I mean, despite the negative consequences, I think that the appeal added a lot of scratchers. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, they join, like, having the followers is unfortunately a reason to join Scratch, and I think that motivates a lot of people.
It's another place where you can make it, quote unquote.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
of all the
Honestly,
places
my-
to make it, do you really want it to be this one?
No, but like it's
I mean, hey,
not
big
only
fish,
a
small
stepping
pond. That
stone.
was my initial strategy.
I
The
can
real
see
question.
that people. Yeah.
Is when can you monetize Scratch projects?
See,
there you go.
that is exactly where I was gonna go next with this
Oh, no.
after
That's-
after we ended this bit, because obviously that would be the point at which Scratch would no longer become Scratch for me.
Yeah.
Where I would
Scratch is
have the
free.
feeling that somebody on the Scratch team got fired and replaced by somebody who had no idea what Scratch was about.
Who shows up is like, but what about the money?
What are you guys doing?
We're not a charity.
That's literally something
Yeah.
I'll never be able to associate with, or that would just make it not Scratch, right?
Sure.
The only
'Cause they're-
social
they're-
feature I'd remove from Scratch is people shouldn't be allowed to star their own projects.
That did never make any sense to me. Not that it matters much, but
Exactly. That's the problem, I think. Not that
Get
it
the
matters.
number to go up by 1. Listen,
Whoa.
that's
Okay.
important.
Going back to the monetized part, I don't know what Scratch doesn't have any guidelines against this. What if you could get sponsored by someone and post it in your Scratch project? Not that anybody would want to sponsor Scratch.
yeah, well,
but
won't
would
that be a pitch? Of like,
mean-
hey,
Have you?
hear me out.
sponsor me on Scratch?
I mean,
know?
there were those. There were some Cartoon Network related projects
True.
a while
True.
ago. Wow, I say a while ago. That was like years, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't. It was at the start of Scratch 3, I think.
Yeah, I remember that.
Somewhere
How
around that.
old am I?
It's 2020, guys.
Hold on.
I was born at some point.
Oh,
Isn't that messed up?
congratulations. Isn't that messed up?
Hey, excellent work. You did it.
Nice. You did it.
Yay.
No, I.
I'd
Congratulations
like to
on being
thank my
born.
mother.
Shout out to Mom.
This
agree.
bit is going nowhere, so I'm just gonna act like it never happened.
Yeah.
But
Sure thing.
monetization on Scratch no wait, the sponsoring, right? Sponsoring on Scratch. What do you think all the Fortnite Nerf battles are about? Do you think Fortnite does not know of their like main audience,
Children.
the Scratch community?
I think
Actually,
there
you know-
are lots of people who are not on Scratch who still play Fortnite. Unpopular opinion, I know, but I'm pretty sure on this.
You think people play
I don't think they
Fortnite?
exist. I'm sorry, Shale.
Like, I'm sure there are
just gonna be
Fortnite
honest.
players, but the fake Fortnite fans, the kids, play Minecraft now. We need Fortnite to not
Oh.
have those kids be playing Minecraft.
Have the
Hold
kids
on.
gone back to Minecraft? Has this
Yeah.
happened?
Yeah.
They have.
I'm not sure if they
Griffpatch
left.
I'm gonna hit you with a conspiracy theory. Another one. Griffpatch
boy.
was paid by Mojang to make Paper Minecraft on Scratch, the
Scratch.
most popular game ever released on Scratch.
Damn.
Just to get the kids back to Minecraft. It checks out and it worked. No,
I don't know.
He's right.
I don't have any numbers here.
prove me wrong.
He also remade Terraria, but that's about as popular as it was.
Like Griffpatch has made Paper Minecraft, Terraria, and now Getting Over It. I think I'm getting over it,
There's-
at least for me. I'm never gonna buy Getting Over It now that I could play it on Scratch. I don't know if that's a bad thing, but
Actually
Honestly-
reduces the player base for regular Getting Over It.
Oh no.
Good.
I mean, the game by itself is much, it's much harder than the one on Scratch. I could never beat Getting Over It on like the actual one in just like humble brag 5 minutes. But
I quit in 10 minutes.
Like Griffpatch did a great job recreating that. That was an actual like masterpiece of his, I feel.
Didn't you get onto the top 25 on the ScratchRunning account?
I did, and then people hacked. I don't know how they got 2 minutes on there. That's incredible.
And then they had the audacity to get better than me.
Imagine being
how
good at video
though?
games.
How though?
It's
like
impossible to be better than me at this video game.
it just has to be the one dude who knows how to make a like bot that plays through the thing in the fastest way possible, making 20 alt accounts,
Are you
waiting
accusing?
a few months.
Are you
Just
accusing
lose.
scratchers of
You think
making
scratchers know how to
tool-assisted
test?
speedruns of a Scratch game?
I'm not only accusing
Just
them of
lose
it,
gracefully, man.
No, we win these.
I know a guy did it. He posted it to YouTube.
Someone actually tasked Getting Over It.
I will not. I am the best. I mean, our name is literally ScratchRunning, which comes from speedrunning. I cannot lose this. I cannot lose gracefully here.
You cannot lose, ever.
No, I'm kidding. Good on the people who made tool-assisted speedrun things. Moving on.
Yeah.
How do we? Oh yeah, right.
How does
Hana
everyone you
Games.
interview have
Great
so
question.
much charisma?
What was the question?
I personally play it up for the mic.
Quite. Would you like to answer that question? How
Good
do you
question.
have so much charisma? How are you just bursting with?
I
would you
assumed
ask
I
her-
wasn't.
why would you ask
I
us
assumed
that?
I wasn't on the list of people we interviewed. I assumed I was just like a co-host or something. I feel like we just, I don't know, we just know how to pick them.
We just
That's true. Yes, we pick the good ones.
we're just kind of good at this.
You do-
And as soon as we say that, the
gonna start-
hall just goes quiet.
I'm
Like,
gonna-
everybody's like, huh.
I'm gonna start
charisma in my voice
screaming
is
in the
just
back of my room now. No, I was gonna say you do the thing where instead of just starting immediately with podcast, you're like, hey, how about you like talk to us for at least a few minutes before like we actually record anything.
You know, we should do
Don't
that.
tell anybody about
So
this.
that-
It's
oh,
the
no.
secret formula.
There's secret conversations that go on where they swear. It's
Ravioli,
scary. I'm
ravioli,
afraid.
give me the
Or just the
formuloli.
select few have actually made it. They turned so many people down.
Yeah, there's been like dozens of people that show up. They have conversations. And they're just like, "You've not been chosen," and they get thrown into a pit.
Honestly,
They get
sometimes
banned.
someone joins the server thinking they can do it, and then we have a good conversation, and
Hey, that was
like-
me.
I think there actually has been a time where I've voice chatted with someone that wants to join, and I just say no.
Really? I mean, okay, let's not
I'm not name
name
dropping
any
him,
people. Yeah.
but
So
blast
spill
through
the
all.
beans, please. I can't believe Astra got kicked out of the podcast.
So sorry.
Nah, Astro's chill.
Astro, please. I was kidding. No, Astro. Okay.
GM.
Dude, listen, you just gotta tone down all those hot takes you were spitting the entire time you were in here, man. Okay, you can't be saying all that, Astro. You gotta tone it down for the people.
For the people.
You can't be unfiltered on this podcast.
For the fans.
It's family friendly. We have to put it on Scratch.
Well, I
can't
can.
just always talk about the Scratch Saga, man. It's I watched it. It's all right. No. So how does everyone we interview have so much charisma?
Simple.
There you go. We just talk beforehand.
Yeah.
Who would have known? It's that easy.
It's that easy.
Except it isn't. I'm gonna drop another secret formula here. Just get people on a single podcast that or in one podcast that synergize well.
Yeah.
I've been trying to do a thing or two. For example, I'm very sad that TNT didn't make it today. He was actually on the list of people to join, and
we had a list of 7 people. It was going to be chaos.
It's gonna be
It was going to
amazing.
split it into
Actually
2
awful.
groups, and now we don't have to. Thank you.
we already had that many people in a call yesterday.
It wasn't
Don't.
fun.
You
I
gotta
don't even
do
want
it
to
again.
start.
I streamed the whole thing.
If we ever do a 7 people podcast, or maybe even 10, I think that would just be the last time I'll ever be on a podcast ever again. Or it will just sound like I'm not on the podcast because you never get to talk.
Yeah. Imagine being talked over.
Apologies.
Couldn't be me. I'm kidding. Love y'all.
But
That's
again,
just what happens. Yeah.
But
It
again,
just
you're
kinda
right that
happens sometimes.
it would have been nice to have both because Fuzzy and TNT know each other pretty well, and then
Pretty
you
good
get
friends.
that chemistry.
It's the same person, actually.
Yeah. True.
Oh wait, shoot, yeah, sorry.
I'm still getting those comments. It's so frustrating.
I'm sorry.
Are you telling
Do you
me
just
that's
link-
not true? I've been
Fuzzy,
lied to this whole time.
Well,
Fuzzy,
yeah.
can you do your best TNT impression, aka an impression of yourself?
I cannot. No.
He's like a Pokemon where he just says TNT
TNT,
Squirrel.
TNT Squirrel.
It's classic.
That's his
He
name.
does it all the time. Believe me. Please.
Except that one time, episode 5 of the ScratchRunning Podcast, where everyone loved and favorited it because we had TNT in the title and thumbnail.
It was nice.
That was nice.
I do like to think back to that.
Good
Can you
times.
please join us again soon.
Soon.
Someday.
Next question.
Next
Hana
question.
and Games. I'm just gonna pick the next one by Hana and Games.
Yeah.
I'm serious. These are
These are
great.
good
Is
questions.
there
Thank
another
you.
one?
Yeah.
I mean,
This list.
this one.
Where is it?
You know what? Actually, this one ties a little into what we talked about earlier, so maybe we can skip it. But the question is, would Scratch be better if Scratch Team were to remove the follow feature? We kind of.
I'd say so.
I mean, it's hard to give a yes or
Yeah.
no on that, right?
I say remove the follow account and just have the people that are good at math figure it out because from how many pages there are of followers. Because each
yes.
page can
Yeah,
have 60
actually,
followers.
really, they should do what they do on the forums. Actually, and I think that they do it on projects now too. Is where when you have small numbers, I think on the forums it's 1 to 50. You see
Yeah.
the actual count, but then once you get past that,
100
you just
plus
get it in
posts.
ranges. So you get
less
50
followers you
plus, 100 plus, and then it maxes out at 500 or something.
Less followers you have,
Yeah.
the smaller the comment.
So
For
Drift
example,
Patch would just
Scratch
be
Running.
like us with 500 plus
You
followers.
just see 500 plus, and you're like, well, I guess that's how many he has. Who cares?
Yeah. For example, ScratchRunning has 11 pages of followers.
Do we what? No.
640.
How much? Wow.
640. 10 whole pages, and then page 11 is the first 40 followers.
Did we ever say thank you? There's a lot of people. See,
That's
this
a
is
lot
the
of people.
problem. No, we're part of the problem.
Yeah, we
We're
don't.
part of the problem.
We don't know what's up.
Thank you for 500 plus followers, guys.
And 600.
And in another
And
year, we're
40.
just gonna say thank you for 500 plus followers.
Fi-
The best.
Did you guys know that ScratchRunning has 500 plus followers? Isn't that cool?
That's crazy. We're at this. We're just like Griffpatch now.
I hear
Wow.
also Griff Patch
That's
has
almost
more than
100.
500 followers.
That's
It's
so
crazy.
crazy, dude.
Wait,
my
Apfel Lord
God.
on Scratch, do you have over 500 followers?
You best believe I do have over 500 followers.
Oh, I, Kieran, KTrav258 Travis, do not have over 500 plus followers. I have
What
100
happened,
plus.
man? You gotta work on that.
Yeah.
I gotta put Minecraft in the thumbnail.
There you go.
Yeah, you gotta put Fortnite Nerf Battle
And
and then
Minecraft
whatever you
in the
and
thumbnail
Minecraft.
at the same time. Why is clickbait on Scratch? You don't even need views.
You don't even get money off of it, but people like
Yeah, but
you know,
then the
being
number is
appreciated.
bigger if
Yeah.
Yep.
people click on it.
It's actually like
well, hold on.
Yeah.
I have a story
oh
about views. So you may know that the front page of Scratch has like several categories of stuff. But
yeah.
currently, the bottom category is top loved. Some of you may remember that the bottom category used to be top viewed. Now,
Oh,
I have a
PogChamp.
friend who had the wonderful idea where he made a project where it was just the Scratch Cat, and like there was a
Untitled.
when flag clicked forever turn some number of degrees, and it was
Sure.
that was the entire project, right? He
Yeah.
then went, or like a friend of his went, or I don't
he
even
alt
I don't
for
remember
views?
the specifics of it, but some guilty party out there added that project to as many galleries or studios or whatever
They
they're
were called
called,
galleries back then.
as
though.
many of them as possible, because you could just do that, and then people would
Yeah,
get
of course.
notified. Oh, a new project has been added to your gallery or studio. I'll never stop mixing it up.
It's fine. It's
but
fine.
like all these people
They-
got this notification, looked at the project and was like, "This is stupid," and immediately clicked away. But that
It still
counted
counts, and
as
that's
a
why we have
view.
views.
So he ended up on the front page with this like spinning Scratch Cat, and then because people see it on the front page, if they're looking at
They're like,
it,
well, that
giving
has
it
gotta
more
be worth
views, like, why is this on the front page? Perfect
Gets
Scratch.
amazing.
That's
the
how you get
golden
views,
age
by
right
just
there.
making nonsense. I could
Exploiting the
post a
community.
picture of a Swiss roll to my Scratch account and get views.
The Swiss roll was actually good though. I really that was
Yeah.
clever.
Yeah, like, do I put that in mentioned project now?
Yes, of course.
Views.
Give it more views, please. Check out Kieran has an amazing new project on his account. Please, it's the best thing I've ever seen on Scratch. Honestly.
Is it a
transcends-
picture of a Swiss roll?
It just
Stop! No, what? No. it's good.
Amazing.
I love Swiss.
See, hold on, Shale.
Yes.
To get back to your story, so those were like 5 levels of Galaxy Brain meme. All right.
Okay.
But now I'm gonna add the next one to it. All right. You just do that until it works.
It works.
I mean, it no longer works, obviously, because there isn't
Yeah,
a
there
top,
isn't a
view.
top viewed
But
anymore.
At the time, let's jump back in time, which is one of the questions here. If we could build a time machine to go to one place in time for 24 hours, where would you go? It would be that time where you could get top viewed. Thank you, scrubby ducts.
For that question about
Anyways,
time machine.
so the next idea is you do that like until it works, until you get a front page spinning cat, and you replace that project with an actually good project of yours,
Oh,
causing people, because that's a thing you can
that
do.
gets even more views.
yeah, but then people are going to be asking, "Hey, bring the cat back."
Yeah.
I just
Bring the cat
thought of
back.
something.
Why'd you make your
Oh,
project so
man.
much worse?
Or really, I'd like to posit this here. If you're gonna spam your project into a bunch of galleries to get it on top viewed, why not just
Yeah.
start with the project that you actually worked on?
If you're gonna put it on that legwork,
I mean,
No,
yeah.
add
right?
your best project last, because that's the one that's going to be at the top of the page.
In these days, in these times where there is no longer a top viewed, list on the front page, what if we just switch it up? And what if Griffpatch just replaces Paper Minecraft with a spinning Scratch Cat,
That would be pretty
becoming the most viewed spinning Scratch Cat on Scratch?
That would
good.
be
I would be in
epic.
favor.
Well, what I was gonna say is there's a modern version of this, and I'm kind of the culprit. I made a project
Oh.
called. I mean, it was obvious. I called the project. The title was "Exploiting the Community," and
Cool.
in the thumbnail, it was a picture of Fortnite, and
Oh my god!
Yo,
and it worked. It worked.
all you're missing is Scratch Cat in the profile pic.
well, congrats, I guess, on your crime.
Leave
That's
this
where I got
podcast.
my fame.
I don't want any
Damn.
criminals on my podcast.
Nice
But you did good
podcast,
things with it,
bro.
so.
Hey,
Pass it
Kieran,
out.
nice podcast. I really didn't like the part of the podcast where he just invited a criminal.
No, actually, I liked that part. Do that more.
Yeah, we should have more
What?
criminals on this
criminals.
podcast.
We need
Hey,
more
what is the-
criminals.
I have a question. I have a Q&A. What is the most almost criminal thing you did? That is the worst question I ever asked. You know
Wait,
what?
on
What are you, a
Scratch?
cop?
I mean, unless you want me to just tell another story, like completely unrelated to Scratch or anything, I do have
Absolutely.
something.
No,
here.
absolutely. I do. Yes.
This was.
That is what I live for.
Oh, jeez, you're gonna make me tell this story. Okay,
You've
so
had a crazy
If it's
life.
bad, I edit it out.
no, it's fine. I didn't get caught. I didn't damage anything really. A bunch of years
So it's
ago,
fine.
I don't know how many years ago this was. I guess this was like the summer at some point, but I wasn't doing anything. It was sort of this time where I didn't have anything to do, so I was extremely bored, but also I was, awake in the middle of the night all the time.
Yeah, I
because
feel it.
especially it's much cooler in the night than it is during the day. So I would also take little walks. I'd go outside and I'd
I should
walk
do that.
around in the middle of the night.
How innocent.
Now, there are a few
Go on.
fun things that happened during that, but the criminal part of this is at some point I walked over to the nearby elementary school. I'm pointing to it physically right now. You can't see me do it, but I'm like pointing right over there.
Sure.
It's
Okay,
right
okay.
over there,
I got
right? At the time, they were undergoing some amount of construction. So sometimes I'd go by there, and there'd be like piles of gravel in the back parking lot or whatever.
Yeah.
But I went over there this one time, and I noticed, hey, there's this like big fence around one of the sides of the building, and also over the windows there are these big tarps. And so I squeezed through the fence. So now I'm just like normal trespassing, right? Completely normal.
You're already criminal.
And I look and like, oh, for sure. In fact, there's no windows there, which is why the tarps are there. But the tarps are also just like hanging. They've got like a piece of wood at the bottom to sort of keep them flat.
Yeah.
But I can just like push it aside and step in. So I do that. Now I'm inside a elementary school in the middle of the night.
Can I
but
stop you for
that's
1
too
second?
right.
Let's.
I'm sorry.
All right. What's going on?
I love how this is slowly turning into another like Halloween episode, scary story, and
Cool.
I just go on, please. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Okay. Now, another important thing here, right, is that all of the lights inside the building are on. Like, it's
What?
Oh.
lit up completely bright. And so I step in, and the walls are completely stripped out. Because, they had been doing construction there. There were no windows. So, stuff's going on. There's, toolboxes somewhere. There's, and it's just, 2x4s. There's no drywall. And I'm just, looking around. Because I used to go to school there. And, man, now there's nothing. There's nothing there. It's all empty, right?
Eerie.
So
eerie.
I walk down the school. The way it's laid out, there's these 2 hallways running along it. And, on the outside, there's, classrooms. And on the inside, there's, the teacher buildings or, the cafeteria or that kind of thing. But at the end that I'm walking towards, I know in my brain that there's the gymnasium.
Ooh.
And there's some light on, but there's not, a whole bunch. So I get down to the gymnasium, and inside the gymnasium, there are all these, bookcases on wheels that have a bunch of, office supplies or, school supplies
Cool.
in them or whatever.
Oh.
Which I assume is just they put, the stuff from the rooms into the bookcases,
Of
rolled them
course.
down,
Yeah.
storing them in the gymnasium. But my brain remembers, oh, I know, I've been in this school before. I know what they have, and I go. There's this sort of weird stage area, but I go and I find
Yeah.
all of these large exercise ball type things, oversized soccer
Yes.
balls, that kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I get
This is getting
those. I get those, right? And I don't know what I'm doing. It's just the middle of the night.
You're just goofing around in
I'm
an
goofing
abandoned
around.
building. Going on
Middle of the
instinct.
night.
I take
Yep.
I respect
I
it.
take the I take one of the giant exercise balls, and
Uh-oh.
that was my window.
They're
Don't-
coming for you.
Don't
They're
worry.
coming
No,
for you.
I
Why
knocked
is the
my
FBI
curtain
here?
down from my window.
Yeah.
I roll it over,
Oh.
and I roll it down one of the hallways. I think, yeah, there are more of these. So I go back, I get another one of them, and I roll it down the hallway, and I just fill this one little section of hallway with these gigantic, oversized exercise balls.
Oh no.
Right. And I'm looking at this, thinking, all right,
How are you gonna get back?
You had your fun.
Well, no, there's other doors, there's other hallways and whatever.
Okay.
I thought you like locked your only exit.
I can for sure get out of here, but I'm looking at this display that I have created and thinking, maybe I should leave a note. And little light bulb goes on.
Card.
Little light bulb goes on in my head. Oh right, there's all those office supplies.
Oh my god!
So I
the
go
notes
back.
say?
I go back to the gymnasium. I'm looking around there. There's nothing useful in them. And I go. There's like one of the hallways that I didn't fill with exercise balls. I go in there, and I'm looking through like one of the things, and all I'm finding is like manila folders and highlighters, and it's like I can't write anything with this. But as I like crouch down to look at the lower shelves, I see out of the corner of my eye a police car roll by the door, and I think, I should leave. So I go over to the door, I look out the window on it, and I watch as the police car rounds the corner, and they're now in like the back parking lot. And I think,
Where you are?
no, not where I am.
Oh my god!
There's a door, right, that I'm at. There's the corner that I've just watched a police car go around, and now I can't see it anymore, and I'm thinking, I should leave. So I open the door, I look around the front, and there's another police car sitting at the front entrance, and I'm thinking,
Oh my god!
I don't know if there's someone in there. So what I do is I run sort of parallel with the hallway, just sort of across this little bit of road.
Yeah.
I'm now in some woods because there's woods everywhere. And I sort of crawl around in these woods over to, there was like this, what do you call it? Like there's like a trailer, like an office trailer that I assume the construction company had set up so they, can do the paperwork or whatever.
Business numbers.
Sure.
But I'm now under this trailer watching the like little roundabout in front of the building as like police car after police car pulls up. I'm thinking, ooh, this was a bad thing. I then remembered.
They don't like this.
I don't even know if they're looking for you. They might be.
At that point, does it matter?
As I'm watching this happen, another little light bulb goes off in my head, and I remember, right. See, a few days back, we transport ourselves back in time. I had also just walked into this same building because this wasn't one of the windows was open. This was just one of the doors was unlocked. It was like literally I walked up to the building. The first door I tried was unlocked, and I just walked in.
So you've gone into this building twice now.
Yes.
Sure. I
Fine.
mean, you never go full you don't go throwing exercise balls around in like on a hallway the first time you go there.
The first time I didn't really do anything.
The first time you just scoping it out to optimize your exercise ball placement.
I wanna relay to you the memory that I was recalling here of when I first went in. I went in, I sort of looked around, looked there, I looked over there, I thought, weird. I wonder why the door was open. I then turn around, and as I'm going back to leave, I hear a voice. And I don't know what the voice was at the time, but it spooked me. So I just sprinted out. I realized as I'm hiding under this trailer that, that voice was like the motion detector alarm system saying, hey, enter the code or we're going to contact the police. And so me pushing all of these like exercise balls to the motion detectors registered as there are a bunch of people moving around inside this building.
Actually exercise ball.
And they called the police, just sort of automatically.
Just like
so,
15
times.
Staged a mass invasion.
So now I'm watching as like a bunch of police cars show
Police
up.
all they're gonna find is exercise ball.
I see the door that I exited out of. I see some like police officer like run out of it and look both ways and then just like go back in, and I'm thinking, I need to be away from here now. So the problem here now, there's not a whole lot left, but the problem here is that I am on the opposite side of the school as the way to get back to my house.
The way home.
So I have to like walk in the other direction,
God.
hope that no police cars show up as I'm walking in this direction, and then just like make my way through the woods back around so that I can get out. And then I just got back home and nothing happened. Nothing came of it.
Incredible.
And to think you
Story
almost
just
left
ended.
a calling card.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Yes.
But then the police
I have a
showed
question.
up.
What would you
Alright.
have written?
Yeah, what would you have put there?
That's an excellent
a note.
question. I hadn't thought about that.
Really? Not even afterwards? Like, what would I have?
I think probably what I would have written would have been stupid, and I would have regretted it. So really, I'm glad
Sure.
that the police showed up and prevented me
Yeah.
from embarrassing myself further.
Good. You could have just written exercise ball.
That's too
Subscribe to ScratchRunning, and there we go.
smart. That's too smart.
I already forgot how long ago this was.
Dude, yeah.
Years, like upwards of 5 years.
Okay.
I mean, Shale,
Yeah.
we're almost at the end of this podcast, and I have no regrets that I asked you to tell the story. This is the best content we probably ever had on this podcast. Like, I'm gonna 100%
We've redeemed
try to
ourselves.
invite you for the next Halloween episode. I feel like you have one or two more of those stories.
I don't know if I have another Halloween story. I do have another police.
No, but like one where you just like
I do have another
'cause-
police story though.
Cool.
I don't know if you probably didn't hear listen to the one like we had last time, but there was also a time where friends and I like. First of all, mad respect to you for going there alone. Like that was. I mean, okay, the lights were on, right? That's a different thing.
I mean, the
it's
lights.
still the middle of the night.
The lights being on was honestly more spooky because then it made me think:
see.
is someone here? Like, I spent some time
goodness.
just listening for footsteps at the window, thinking, I don't hear anyone. Why are the lights on?
Yeah. At first, there were many points in this story where I thought it would go certain, like, you know, in certain directions. Like, you would just, like, find an old book you had, like, in first grade or whatever, or in third grade, and, like, steal it back. But this is the best outcome.
No,
Just
most-
police thinking there are a billion people in this school just to see a hallway filled with exercise balls.
Thank
it's
you.
hilarious. I honestly, I don't feel bad ending the episode here. It's not going to get better than this.
Like, we
Fuzzy,
do
I'm
have
so
a
sorry I
question.
didn't get to ask you much.
No, that's fine. It's fine.
So this has been story time with Shale. Thank you all for listening.
Yeah.
Tune in next
that's
time
all.
for Q&A part 3.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right?
We're
I
never
mean,
gonna get to any of these, man.
No.
It's fine.
Never.
We cannot run
It's
out of
fine.
content.
I just love how every time, okay, these last two times at
Yeah.
least, where we start by saying we're gonna do it this time. We're gonna answer questions.
Yeah.
We're gonna answer as many questions as possible, and
And
here
then we
are.
don't.
I mean,
But
you know, thank you to all the folks listening who have been asking a lot of great questions to the point where we can't get to all of them.
Like, eventually, this will be good content. Also, the fact that we're tangenting off of these questions, that's just good content.
yeah,
That's
that
just
just
fun.
answers McGillicuddy's question. How does everyone you interview have so much charisma?
It all comes from this one time Shalebridge filled a hallway in his old elementary school with a bunch of exercise balls.
It's true.
It's true.
The source from which we draw the power.
On that note, let's say who we are, what we do, and where you can find us. Should we start at the top, Fuzzy?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I'm Fuzzy, animations, and profile.
Profile?
Good.
Yep,
Profile.
moving on.
Moving on.
I'm Quite, or him is Quite. I make games that are big and take a long time.
Okay.
There might be a thing coming soon.
Soon.
Shh, don't tell them.
Hi. Hi. I'm Karen.
Nice.
I was going to say something else, but I couldn't figure out what. Just follow
think
me on
it's-
Scratch at KTrav258.
Ask us more questions so
Yeah.
we don't ever
Oh, yeah, the
answer them all.
Scratch Running Q&A box, that's on my profile, by the way.
Yep.
I also stream, but I kind of can't say where.
It's true. I'm Apfelord, aka Nick, and I am on Scratch. You can find me there. Shale.
Hi, I'm here too. I draw pictures and commit crimes.
A while ago.
Amazing.
Do you still go into that school to throw? How many times have you?
Listen, I'm not gonna commit the same crime over and over again. God, I'm pointing
know
at
what?
it again.
Why?
Why?
Stop that.
Stop pointing at
Gonna
your old
see you.
elementary school.
It's over there.
What did you drop out of your window earlier?
No, I bonked into
A
my
medicine ball. Sorry, an exercise ball.
I bonked into the curtain like shade or whatever, and it fell down a little
I
bit.
see.
I'm trying to find a stock image of someone exercising on one of these, and I don't know if it's this pick related that you're talking about, or medicine balls
Oh
that
my
go
God,
up to
okay,
5
let me see.
kilograms.
It's like a medicine.
That's a medicine ball.
Yeah, I kept calling them medicine balls, but those are the heavy ones. This is an exercise
Yeah, I
ball.
thought. I wasn't sure which one it was.
Yeah,
I can picture a hallway filled with exercise balls. Medicine balls, not so much, because our high school only had one set. We had 1, 2, 3,
true.
4, and 5 kilograms. They never have too many medicine balls.
Yep. Kids hate those.
Well, you could throw them at each other.
You can heft
no,
them.
you can't.
Yeah.
You can heft them at each other, which means you never hit.
you could play
Unless
like
that person is not.
really buff dodgeball.
You can break your foot playing soccer with these.
Yeah.
Yes.
Having a soccer themed one would be awful.
We kind of did once. It was awful. Yes.
I'd love to.
I
Like,
don't know
the
who had
medicine
the
ball
idea.
kind of looks like a basketball, but not.
It-
Imagine
it's,
dunking one.
it's a disappointing basketball. You pick it up and you're no.
Like,
Okay, so
like what
Yeah.
you're supposed to do with the medicine ball is just throw it like you would a basketball.
what is the idea? What is the reason these exist?
Exercising,
Like,
you
what-
just
what-
pick
what
them
is their-
up.
You
lift
just kind of
them,
lift
put
it
them
and
on your-
just yeet, you know?
There's just a bunch of different motions you can do with them for
I
like
see.
weightlifting purposes.
Yeah.
Heavy things turn out to be good for lifting.
Yeah.
Like tossing them
Yeah.
up and catching them again, such like a.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. So,
So
you can find the one project we probably talked about in this episode in the, notes and credits on the right.
we talked about a few.
Or if you're on YouTube, you actually cannot find them. I'm sorry.
Oh, we
It
should do
doesn't
that
work.
at some point.
But then I would spoil the things we talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Which wouldn't be anything this episode.
Oh,
But
yeah, we
you
should-
get my drift. You catch my drift.
Yeah, like we're still premiering these, right?
We're absolutely still prepared.
Let's
And it
go!
makes no sense talking about it right now because it's like while you're watching this, you're still maybe for
Hi,
the next one.
YouTube.
Okay, you know what? It does make sense because if people don't listen to this on the day it comes out as a premiere on YouTube,
Yeah.
you can, every time we drop a new one,
Hi,
we're probably
Scratch.
gonna premiere them. You can watch those, and those are nice. I'm really looking forward to the reaction. All right, have a good one, everybody. It was nice,
Yeah.
Karen. You know what to do.
Yeah, I sure do. The recording's now stopped.